Good. Good morning, America. It's a really sunny day here in Binghamton, New York. We're heading into June and it's warm. It's very warm. And I've got my iced tea and we're going to have a really, really fabulous show today because we're going to talk about community. And that's something that is a big focus right now during this time of the pandemic that we're going through, because community is the best thing that we have to stay together. And my guest today that I'm so excited about is Yola Bastos. And she is originally from Portugal, but she lives in London. Yola, welcome to Smart Women Conversations with Yvonne DeVita.
Hello, Yvonne. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited. I love your energy and let's do it. Let's do
it. Yes, let's talk.
But
let me tell the people something more about this woman, because this is why I had to have this woman on my show. You know, she's from Portugal and she's living in England, London for the last 17 years. Now that's a really long time. 17 years. She's been a single mother for most of her life, and she has a beautiful daughter. Her name is, can you pronounce her name for me, please? Yola?
Djamila.
Djamila, who is 22 years old, and she still lives with you, so she's there with you? How fortunate.
Right now, she's not, but she's still living with me.
Yeah. But that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Now, Yola is the co-founder of WomenFlix networking community. See, this is it, folks, networking community focused on empowering and motivating women around the world to achieve their dreams. She's also the owner of a beauty company called Miey Beauty. And she has a book that we're going to talk about. And she's really just you know, Yola, you're so, when we met and we talked, and I learned more about you, when I learned the things that you were doing community-wise for women especially, I mean, I was so excited. I thought, here's another woman like me, but in a different country, like over the pond, as we like to say, and yet still the same, because you're empowering women, right? Talk about the community that you built.
So the community, what is community? It's involving a lot of people together and embracing a reason why we're doing this. So what is our aim to create this community? Why community? Community, like I said, a group of people. I tend to move my hands, so I hope it's no problem. I'm a very and then why we did this, why we started. I started because it's so many women in the world right now and before the situation that we're living on that need the community, needs to get empowered, needs to get support, needs to get balance, because they have dreams, they have visions, but sometimes you really don't know how to put things together. So WomenFlix was created for that aim, to encourage you, to empower you, to help you, support you around your life or your business.
I love that, because I say the same thing in different ways. And the power that I see here is that you're willing to give back so much to these women because you maybe have been there. Have you been there where you needed the help? Tell us about that.
Yes, I got it. I got it, what you're bringing. Yes, so that's the reason, because I thought, like, yes, I can. I definitely, I've been getting, so through, let me go back to my beauty business. When I started my beauty business, I always loved to care, to talk, to encourage people. This is something that is me. It comes from my inside, and I love to do that in a simple way, just listening people. But then while I was building up my clients on my beauty business, I was like, there is so many women that comes with different needs, not just the beauty needs, the side of the beauty, but they come with a part where they need some encouragement. Because I found myself doing this in a treatment while I was doing a treatment, and I said, why I'm not creating a space, an environment, and bring to the world and show on social media, on any platform, that we are here to do these conversations, to get workshops done. And that's why we create WomenFlix community. But that's the reason. It came from there. It came exactly from my beauty business, when I'm lashing and doing microblading treatments, and someone is feeling fear of something, and someone was telling me that the boyfriend left her for another person. Stories like, I said, whoa, why we don't just get together and empower each other in a different way? Because sometimes if we bring these things in a bigger, like in a bigger, how I say, not just between me and my client, but get this shout to the world instead of only between me and you. It's like what we're doing here. We're gonna public this, and someone will watch, and someone will get encouraged to do what they need to do for their dream to come true or their vision to happen. So that's why, and all this created WomenFlix.
Well, I love the idea of shout to the world. And that's exactly what needs to happen. So when you have, or when you were doing your beauty business, did you meet women who wanted to become business owners but didn't know how, or maybe they had an idea and you thought it was a great idea and said to them, gee, you should take that idea and make it a business, and they would say, but I don't know how.
Yes, I did. I did met them, and I'm still in touch with these clients. And what was another clients as well that helped me to move forward with my business, because talking about, I had some girls, some clients that they already got the business, and other ones they don't have, but they don't know how to do it.
Mhm.
Sorry. And some of them, the funny way was, I realized, like, I'm not just here to receive, but I'm not here to give, but just to give, but I'm also to receive, because that's why it's networking, community networking, because we give and we receive and we give. And this experience made me create WomenFlix once again, because different people can bring different ideas, strategies, communicate types of communication, creation, vision. So it's so powerful, and especially between women,
Mhm.
we are strong, powerful. I love it. The energy when we know, when we have a dream, or even if if we don't have a dream, let's say someone that joins the network, they don't have a dream, but they have a desire, they will be feeling empowered by us that already have all this, how I say, we have all these things in our life. We know what we want. We know what we're looking for, and we know the reason we're doing this. So someone that doesn't know any of this, they will come and they will what? Wow, actually this exists. Actually, I've got a big gang of girls like empower me every day, because they will feel that. And that's what I love, because everyone is different, but and everyone comes on different stages, but then when they join, they get one of the main things: empowerment, encouragement, and happiness, because it's very important that we give happiness to people.
Well, I love one of the things that you said there is that we on this earth are not only here to give, we are also here to receive.
Yeah.
And so when you are out empowering these women and helping them look at their dreams in a different way, maybe in a way that, wow, maybe I could do that, because so many women, you know, Yola, so many women, they're like, I could never do that. And so they have this dream and it just sits there and nothing happens. So while you're doing this, what are you receiving from the women in your network?
When I do, and then they don't know how to do it, what I receive is more energy to assure me that I'm doing the right thing, because I want to help, I want to support, I want to encourage. Of course, all these words that I'm saying, encourage, support, has something behind that, like rituals that I teach you how to do things in every single day. Every single morning, you have to do certain things to your life, to yourself, to your mind, to your health, to be able to bring that energy that I'm saying to you, that you can have it, but it's your choice. So all this support and encouragement, every single word like this ones, they have something behind that you need to work on yourself. But that's what I see. When I see someone that doesn't know what they want and how to do it, I just see, yes, Yola, you here, your reason, still the reason that you should be stuck with. Because sometimes I've seen, sometimes let's say I've seen people coming with a one aim, and then because for some reason they increase the, let's say financially, you have that big step, and then you lost control of your why. You start to think about finances instead of why you started this.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and that's one thing that I'm very, very clear, and I make sure on my daily motivations, rituals, this is clear. I want to do this because I want to encourage. I want to do this because I want to support. It's not about finance for myself, for WomenFlix. It's about empower other. Because I always imagine, wow, imagine if we all got what we want. How is everyone? Because it's space for everyone. Is in terms of money for everyone. It's just the courage and the consistency, the way you plan and the way you do your things in your daily life is really the basic things. And sometimes people think, oh, I can't do it because I don't know how to do the computer. But if you try to take some time and learn a little bit, step by step, slowly but surely, you will be able to do it.
Well, that's I mean, that's a key thing is the education. So I tell women they can do whatever they want, because if they don't know how, somebody else will teach them. There's always a way. And then from there, I think what you're doing here and the wonderful work that you're doing to help women achieve the things that they hope for, dream about, really want to have happen. Um, I think it's so community like, kind there's no word, community-ish or community like. It's not just a lot of time one woman, you might teach one woman at a time, or you might have a group, but
Yeah.
in the end we are all a community. So if I'm doing a one-on-one with you, I'm going to take that wonderful knowledge and experience and share it. That is part of my job. I
Right.
mean, and so that helps build the community, because the community, Yola, isn't the community like the foundation of everything that is human?
Yeah.
I mean, so Harriet Beecher Stowe, she's an author here in the United States. Many years ago, she wrote during the Civil War, and she Of course, back then, women authors were unknown of, but she managed to achieve becoming a famous author. And one of the quotes that she says is that women are the real architects of society. How do you feel about that?
Yes, I agree. I agree. Because we can do, when she says architectures is like includes everything, we can do everything.
Yes.
Everything. From be the first, the president, from till the person that works in the how I say, in the bus. I've seen, when I see drive women driving a bus, I say, yes, that's my girl. Because back in the days, we couldn't do, like I'm talking about UK in general. But now you see so many. You see women's in construction. You see women everywhere. And because we are the architecture of, like the writer, that author said. Definitely, I agree with her.
Well, because we also, the things that we do live on, because we teach them to our children, our sons and our daughters. They see us and they watch. And so when I think of that quote, I also think that we are the builders, we are the carpenters,
Yes.
we're the designers. And so many women you meet must fit into some of those categories. But as you said, so we don't see, here we see a lot of women bus drivers, but I mean, it's still, women still get a little bit of pushback on some of the professions that are male dominated. I mean, it's still happening. It's very sad. But in the end, if we don't do it, there's a hole there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I believe, Yvonne, right now, the women still having this look from the male, like, she shouldn't be executive and earning the same like me. But when my grandchildren will be here, because the work we're doing now, we're showing up, we're putting ourselves there, they won't see that much like we do.
No.
Have you thought about it? They won't.
No.
They will
Well,
see more women in the front.
and that is, there's a big truth there, because my daughters are, I don't know, in their 30s and 40s. I don't know the exact, I don't know if they want me to tell you how old they are. Well,
Oh, no problem.
but they're very young. They're very young, not as young as your daughter, but they're young. And when they hear me talk about the things that happened to me back in the day, because there were many times that in today's world, I will be a rich woman. But back then it was men, it was okay for men to treat you that way.
Yeah.
And a lot of the young women I talk to just look at me like they don't believe me. It's like, but I don't have that problem. Nobody treats me that way. And I'm like, yeah, because I was there fighting for you not to have that problem, right?
Yeah.
And we're still doing it right now. And your community, WomenFlix, I mean, it's about the stories that these women have to tell.
Yes.
And it's about giving them the voice to tell them. Tell me how you came up with that title, WomenFlix.
It's so funny. I find very funny because everyone knows Netflix, right? So I just thought about, okay, what it means actually. I first of all, I went in contact with one of my friends or my niece, and I said, what means Netflix? And I actually went to Google, which is a community where you can reach a lot of people in different worldwide. I said, oh, so WomenFlix. So that's where it comes from. Very simple, but that's
very, very interesting.
I found women.
You can tell that story on the site. It's a very good story.
Thank you.
Yeah, because when women are doing or want to do something, sometimes from my end, okay, I'm trying to encourage more women who have been successful to write books. And one of the things that's very it's not hard, but it's something I want them to be thoughtful about, and something that we think
Right.
about is the title of the book. Because often the title that they come up with is not the title the book ends up with.
The book ends. Yes, I got it.
So coming up with the title of something is a really not difficult, but again, important thing that you do. You don't just, oh, this is what it's going to be. So, nurturing big ideas. I use the word nurturing specifically because I didn't want to tell anybody what to do. I'm not your boss. I'm here to help you grow. I'm not here to, punch you in the face and say, do this, right? So
Yeah.
WomenFlix is that I love that. I love that story. I wish you would tell it on your site. And back to our community, because everything is community. Here in the
Yeah.
United States, I'm in New York, not New York City, but I live in New York State. And things are opening up slowly but surely. I'm in the high risk group. I'm over 65, so I don't go out much. And of course, I always wear a mask. What's happening where you are in London?
I'm going to be very sincere. I think we're going to start to go out of the lockdown in 2 weeks' time. We now are able to go to parks, but we still closed. The most is asked to us to stay indoors the most possible. Of course, I'm getting off myself more often. I'm going for a walk in the morning. I'm going for a jog run in the evening. And if I need to go to the shop, I go. It's more freedom. I can see people is more outside, but we're still in lockdown. We need to continue to follow the rules to be able to be out of this very soon then.
So do you see more people coming online?
Online.
Yeah, to build their community.
Yes.
So that we can connect even though we're not out and about.
Yes, definitely. Many people or women creating space and creating webinars and trainings and so many different things. And because I've been in so many as well. This brought us an opportunity to grow much more faster in some way than if we were not in lockdown. Because first of all, one of the things was freedom to be, because it's free, you have the choice to go and join millionaires. I've been connected with millionaires. I'm like, wow. And it was a lady, she's so powerful, Sharon Schletz, I don't remember her name, but she's so powerful. The day I was watching her on a webinar, she was talking, why you could not do this, why you can't make it happen. And when I switched our webinar, I created a workshop. It was like, boom, the energy that she gave me. And I was like, wow, that's why she's got so much people that, like the big community that she created, because she's still on fire about what she does. And I'm like, yes, I love it. And this kind of opportunity, if it was not through the lockdown, I assure you that would be expensive, more expensive. Maybe not that for many people that is been joining, could be not affordable. And I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I've been able to go to different webinars with different level of people, conversations. And
So,
sorry, Yvonne, mostly they happen in America. That's one thing that I realized.
really? So
Yeah.
well, when you prepare a workshop or a webinar,
Right.
tell us a little bit about what your focus is right now in the next couple of weeks, and the things that you're going to be doing. Because one of the things you said earlier is that you have a routine that you get up and you do. And I believe in that also. And my husband meditates in the morning, but I have a routine where there are certain things that I do in the morning to get myself ready for the day. So
Yeah.
tell us what you do and how this helps you build your business.
Awesome. So in terms of my own routine, when I wake up in the morning straight away, I was reading a book called The Power by Rhonda, I don't remember the author, but yeah, I'm sure you know. She's got 3 books called The Secret, The Power, and The Magic.
Wow.
So the power made me add to my routine one thing. So while I was reading this book, some of the pages that I read really touched my heart to create a voice note with affirmations, because what is about this book is about love, affirming love in your life and other things that comes from love. Everything comes from love. So I decided to record my voice, and I also placed on my YouTube channel. So what I do every single morning, soon I wake up, I at least 1 or 2 sessions, which lasts 2 minutes. I'm grateful because I'm alive. I'm grateful because I have finances. I can pay my bills. I'm grateful. So all this, my recording goes inside my ears straight away. When I wake up, my alarm plays, I switch off and bring my recording, and I listen twice. No, I listen 2 of them, because I've got like 8 on my channel. Will be find positive thoughts, they called. So I have 6 or 8 recordings. So every day I hear 2. And then after this, I go. And one thing that I love to do as well, soon I get into my bathroom, look to the mirror and smile. Hello, beautiful. You are gorgeous. And I love to do, because it's such a good, you straight away, you're sending positive thoughts to yourself. And then after that, I love this. And I'm feeling, trust me, Yvonne, sometimes I go into the toilet, like to the bathroom, and I'm not feeling like I want to look to the mirror. So I avoid for a little while. And then when I see that I'm catching the mirror, I say, there you go, darling. So, and then I wash, I do all my things, and I come to my living room and I sit down for 5 minutes and I do meditation. I put a song and I stay there. We don't need to push ourselves. We just try to relax, do some breathing, because my mind is like your mind, everyone's mind. Sometimes we don't really meditate like we want to. But what I've learned is, no matter what is your mind doing, you will be, at least something will be inside of you will be meditating. So don't be afraid if you're not doing like the monge, you staying there and no silence, no one. No, you need to just enjoy the fact that you giving yourself time to meditate, even if you can't do it that much. But 5 minutes, start with 5 minutes. After that, I read a word of, I'm Christian. I read a word that encourage me to continue, give and be grateful again for my life, for the life of others. So I have a word for each day. I read that. And then I have 10 minutes of reading my book, the book that I'm reading at the moment, which is I'm still reading The Power. And that's my daily morning routine that encouraged me to go powerful. And by the meaning of like middle of day or evening, when I'm going for a run, I hear affirmations again. Affirmations about my self-esteem, affirmations about abundance, affirmations about finances, affirmations about happiness, relationships. So this is me. That's the way I carry on.
I think it's beautiful. It's a perfect ending for a perfect conversation.
Thank
We
you.
we could probably just keep talking because there is so much that you just uncovered right there. So much that
Thank you.
women can take away the the ideas of affirmations, the idea that look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're beautiful. That is really powerful, Yola. That if a woman can do that, and every day she will believe it instead of
Yeah.
just letting society say, well, you don't look the way we want you to, so you're not. You are beautiful. There's so much more beauty in us than we allow ourselves to understand. So
Yeah.
that this is a wonderful way to close. I thank you for that.
Thank
And
you so much.
I thank you for being my guest. I want people to find your book, find your website. I will put all those links up for them. Tell us very quickly then, today, what what are your dreams to accomplish before the end of the year?
Oh, my dreams to accomplish is to be able. I'm in the middle of creating a program to
Mhm.
get women connected with us, where we're gonna offer you coaching sessions and workshops to increase manifest success. For me, this is so powerful because I've been on this, I've been through this, I
Yeah.
live this in my own life. And so I'm working on this program, which we're going to have coaching, self-esteem, like I said, these kind of rituals that you should be teaching, these kind of things, plus this special workshop called Manifest Success. That's what I want to achieve by the end of the year, with more than 100 women joining us.
That's wonderful. So um, I want to hear more about that when you're ready to talk about it. And definitely, you're going to get more than 100 women. Okay, you're going to get 500 women. Okay, that's my prediction. And so, Yola,
Namaste.
I do. I predict that. I thank you for being on the show. This is Yvonne DeVita, everyone from Smart Women Conversations, and you've been listening to Yola Bastos. And what a great conversation this has been. Yola, again, my hat is off to you because you are one of the architects of society, as Harriet Beecher Stowe said.
Beautiful. Gratitude. Thank you so much. I'm so happy.